2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is about to begin. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey Luke and Rich, I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round, and I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
All right, Rich, your thoughts?
Even though Ricky won last time, he hasn't been at his best lately, so this is a massive opportunity for his opponent to knock him off his perch.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event. Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
Looking really good.
That's a long-range bomb, and with it, puts extra strain on the person chasing behind them. He's in a share of third place. The second, a short par 4, one that the players like to take on these days, Rich. A good birdie look here.
They do. It used to be where you laid back on top of the hill and took a wedge, 9-iron sometimes for your second shot, but a lot of players now are challenging that bunker down the right-hand side, getting as far down there as possible, and just having a flick with a sand wedge in for their seconds.
Oh, that's a high-caliber shot. This putt is about 10 feet from the hole.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
And down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Currently 2 under for the day. There are so many stunning golf holes on this entire property. And this third, the par 3 downhill, certainly one of the elite holes on the course.
It might be stunning to look at, but it is painful. Can be extremely painful to play. Downhill all the way. When they tuck the pin over on the left-hand side, forget about it. Never hit it there. Only when the pin is on the center or the right part of the green should you be taking dead aim. Other than that, center of the green all day long.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. And that makes him tied for first. One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 fourth, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
Very picturesque, this 4th hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
Well struck. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Setting up here from about 175 yards. This player is making a statement with that approach shot. I think this rivalry with Ricky Fowler is really inspiring him to fire at those flags.
Let's return to live play now. Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt. That was a gallant attempt. Just 3 feet to the cup. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course, keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Yep, that shot's safely on the green.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
That's a great attempt from long range. So close. That's frustrating. Should have made that. And this next putt, it's for bogey. And there it is. Just one off the lead after that hole. Rich, there are a number of strong holes on this outward half, but the par 5 sixth, the players are definitely thinking birdie here, but it's all set up by the tee shot.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Henny, what does that lie look like?
Oh, no. This is nasty. Just no.
Oh, clever play that. Just get it back into the fairway. That's not the outcome they were after.
And coming up well short.
And here we are with their 4th. Let's catch up with the current proceedings.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
And tapping it in for par. A live look at the leaderboard, and Bubba Watson finds himself in top spot. The par 4 7th, a little dogleg left to right. Again, positioning of the tee is key.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the Barranca and the canyons come into play.
Well played, mate. And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 155.
Unable to find the green on this one.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, Luke. This is a surprise, missing this one.
Playing their 4th shot. Just 2 shots behind. How close was that to going down? This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Just didn't drop. this next putt for double bogey. Now let's switch our focus to Rickie Fowler.
He's currently one stroke better than his rival and playing partner today.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Bubba Watson currently in the lead. We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt.
Needs this putt to tie Rickie Fowler.
Oh, just missed. And here we are with the third shot. 4 strokes off the lead. Ooh, that almost went down. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
This is a must-make, guys. They've got this for bogey.
That's a good putt to make, that one. And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard. The par 5 ninth is a monster over 600 yards, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
I think the challenging part about it, Luke, is it's just straight away. You have to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and a straight third shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting third shot.
Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. Rich, we know these days with the PGA Tour, the wraparound schedule, the tour begins in the fall, but really it's felt at the start of any new year that every time you come to Torrey Pines, the big stars come out to play. It feels like the authentic start to the season.
It certainly does that, and I think that the big-name players, the accomplished players, love coming here to Torrey Pines because it's going to give them a gauge of exactly where their game is at and what they need to work on. Because you can't go around either the north or the south course and geek it around. You have to be on your game. You have to drive the ball well. Your iron play has to be spot on, and your short game better be sharp, because if not, you're going to shoot a million. Both of these golf courses very challenging, but they're fair. And I think that's what the players love about it. If you're in a good zone mentally and everything is going well physically, you can produce a 64 or 65. But if you're hitting it poorly and you're not thinking squarely, I'm telling you what, 77s and 78s come into the equation real quick.
Now over to Rickie Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. All right, Rich, we've made the turn now into the final 9. What are your thoughts so far?
Well, Luke, this rivalry we've been watching has been fun. This player is behind their rival as we make the turn. It'll be fun to see how this matchup shakes out.
Oh, well played. Time for the second shot at the 10th. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. And this putt to move into the top 20.
On a nice line.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And this putt coming up for his par. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. There aren't too many easy holes here at Torrey Pines South, but the course certainly gets tougher as we head to the par 3 11th.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. That's a well-played chip shot there.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Yep, nice to make a mid-range par putt. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's one stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. We head to the 12th hole. This par 4 is as big and as strong and as tough as you find anywhere on the PGA Tour.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet. Prevailing wind coming right back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid, to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
Opting for the 5-iron. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Here's Ricky Fowler's next shot. Oh, that is brilliant. A bonus birdie.
I mean, you've got to expect this kind of stuff when you start up a rivalry with a tour player. This is what they do.
Didn't that look good for a long time? He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Okay, steady now. 4 feet to the cup.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
That wasn't your best effort, was it? Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. And nicely holed. Now 7 shots behind after that. All right, Rich. The par 5 13th. So much has been said about it. I'm interested in your thoughts.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
Nicely done. Getting ready to play their third. From the sand, looking to get up and down. And a par putt awaits him. And he holds it. What a putt. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Birdied their last hole.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill, and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. It's time to tee off here at the 14th hole. Wow, that was just striped. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby.
Fingers crossed for a good kick to the left. Terrific shot, and a chance for birdie coming up here at the 14th.
This one's looking good.
Bit too heavy-handed there. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? And with that effort, now 3 over for the day. We stride across the 15th, Rich, and we talk about strong par fours. This is another one.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
Going with the 5-iron here. Nicely done. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
Oh, so close. Oh, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Ooh, right by the hole. Just a short putt remaining here. Trailing by 7 after that hole. 16th, the last of the par 3s on this golf course, but it's not an easy one.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult 2-putt, to say the least.
Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I gotta say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
A bit long on that one. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. This looks good. That's frustrating. Putting for a bogey. And the putt drops, but that's back-to-back bogeys now.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Sitting at 1 under. Currently tied for 9th. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The penultimate hole at Torrey Pines South is not a long par 4, but the danger lurks everywhere.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
What's in front of them, Henny?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it. Oh, yeah, this is tracking nicely.
And with that, that's their 4th birdie. Sitting at 4 over for the day.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Well, the finishing hole here at Torrey Pines South, one of the more famous on the PGA Tour, site of so many of Tiger's wonderful victories. Par 5. You can get there in 2.
You can, but you have to thread your drive in between those 4 fairway bunkers that line the fairway. From there, now you have to think, do I want to take on this flag with the bunkers right, bunkers left, and certainly the water in front? It's a daunting second shot, but if you're brave enough to take it on, then you could reap massive rewards.
A big, bold play, and it almost paid off. Close to the surface. Let's see if they can get it up and down.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
This putt for a final score of 75. That was a gallant attempt. This is a par putt. And that'll wrap things up for him here at this tournament. Well, Rich, that's a shame. They came out of the gates very fast, but in the end just fizzled out.
When you get off to a hot start like that, usually there's only one place to go, Luke, and that's down. And unfortunately, that's what happened to this player. It's a shame.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Thanks, Luke. Hi, Rich. Yeah, there will be fireworks out there today, let me tell you. These two players have been going back and forth at each other on social media. They have something to prove out on this golf course today.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event. Well, a little off the target with that one.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
And here we are with the third shot. Great touch. Really nicely played.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Will Zalatoris currently on top of this one. And as we head to the second tee, the first of the par fives, and as we talked about, you've got to get off to a great start at Pebble Beach.
Absolutely, a par 5 that almost every player should be able to reach into. Just avoid the bunkers right and left, and you're going to have a clean shot into a very narrow green.
That's some good golf right there. Going with the 5-wood.
Fought against the wind to stick that one.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Now that's a poor lie. Will he be able to get out of here?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the sand.
Oh, what a shot from the bunker. Let's get back to it, shall we? This putt right on 10 feet. A good one to make. It was on a good line. Terrific shot. Almost an eagle. Okay, so that finishes that hole. He's currently tied for 10th. Here we are at the third.
Look, coming off a birdie at the last hole, this player finally is making something happen. Looking forward to the next hole, but danger lurks if they're not careful.
And that's the line in the sand.
This one is heading towards the nasty stuff.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. And he needs this to save par. Ouch, that hurts. Just a 4-footer remaining.
Yeah, putting for bogey here.
Yeah, good putt. Well hold. And unfortunately dropping back to even par there. Yeah, that one will play. Second shot here on the 4th. Oh, that was pure. An opportunity for a birdie here.
If they can sink this, they'll pull ahead of Fowler. This could get interesting.
Let's catch up with Ricky Fowler. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. The 5th hole, Rich, the first of the par 3s. Much to it?
There is. This green is tiny. It's minuscule. And you have what over to the right-hand side? Oh, yes, the Pacific Ocean. No, thank you. A par 3 here is an excellent score.
That's not what they were looking for.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
All right. Facing a little up and down here to save the par. Well, that's an impressive little chip.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 6th hole here, Rich, at Pebble Beach, is a tale of two halves, isn't it? A strong tee shot down the hill towards the ocean, and then the second, the approach shot back up the hill.
There's no doubt about it, Luke. This is just a spectacular par 5. The beauty of it, though, is that you can mess it up in a hurry. This is a very difficult par 5. Don't make any bones about it.
Getting ready to play their third. 2 strokes off the lead. Time now for the 4th shot. He's 2 shots back. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
It's Ricky Fowler's turn now. Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
I really can't say I'm a fan of their chances on this one, Luke, but I tell you what, I've been wrong once before.
Ooh. Yeah, it's just about 3 feet away. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. And unfortunately dropping back to level with the card.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
We head across to the par 3 7th. We always talk about it in golf. It doesn't need to be a long one to be a great one.
Luke, this could be one of the most picturesque par 3s in all of golf. Who says great par 3s need to be more than 150 yards? Not a single one of them. I love this hole.
Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. And that's for a bogey.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's getting some airtime between him and his rival. He's 2 ahead.
And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. Well, after the beauty of the 7th, we go to the beast that is the 8th. Is there a tougher 2-shotter on the property?
Not to my knowledge, no. At just around 425 yards, you're going to lay up to the end of the fairway. No driver needed. But the second shot is where it gets difficult. Downhill, a very small green. You knock it on here in 2, and you've done well. This one's heading towards the cabbage.
That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
And another missed green in regulation. My, oh my, this has been a long day.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. 5 strokes behind our leader. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup. This is what they have left for a par. Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
That putt went a bit long there. This next putt is for bogey. Okay, steady now. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next. Pebble Beach has a terrific stretch of par 4 starting from the 8th right through to the end of the 11th. Let's take a look at the 9th.
This is an interesting hole because it wants to make you aim left, but there's a bunker there that you need to avoid. Funny enough, there's a lot more room out to the right than what you can see off the tee. A very strong par 4 to finish the front 9.
Great shot. Look out world was his statement when he came out onto the Pro Tour. And we look back in the greatness in sports right across all sport in the world. Has one player or one athlete had a greater impact on their sport more than Tiger Woods did for golf?
I hate to say no, because I also look back at the sport, Luke, when Arnold Palmer came through. Good-looking fella and just kind of came from a blue-collar background. And I kind of think that Arnold Palmer paved the way for a Tiger Woods then go out and dominate, because golf was already on the radar. It just wasn't nearly as much on the radar as it is now because of Tiger. But I think because of what Arnold Palmer did, he set the groundwork for all of this. But in saying that, in the modern era, in the modern game, to be fair, and you look at every sport across the books, and I don't care whether you're talking about Tom Brady, LeBron James right now, I don't think you have a bigger player globally, with the exception of maybe Messi or Ronaldo, than Tiger Woods. I just think that from a global standpoint, Tiger Woods, whenever he shows his face anywhere, people lose their minds. Like grown men lose their minds if they get a glimpse of Tiger Woods from 50 yards away. I've seen it before, Luke, and I'll see it again, but it never seems to amaze me, baffle me, make me giggle a little bit. Like, holy cow, this guy's Elvis. He's Elvis Presley. I mean, because Elvis was the biggest guy in the world as far as I could tell. It's mind-boggling how big Tiger Woods is in this game, and continues to be, and will forever be.
From about 130 yards here.
Wind moving the golf ball left to right.
This one's headed towards the rough. Always frustrated by missing a green.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
This is their 5th shot. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
Tracking. Ooh, right by the hole. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Sitting at 5 over for the day.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Well, Rich, we start to head home, but first we've got to head up the hill on this short par 4 11th.
Thankfully, a breather hole after the last few. This is just a 3-wood. Could be a driver up the hill. Second shot, very short, but beware, this green pitches severely from back to front. Watch the spin on your second shot.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. That's well played. Pin high. That's the mark of a ball striker. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
Oh, just missed. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
Nice little par putt here.
That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par. The first of the back 9 par 3s is the 12th.
And this is a mean one. Not going to lie. It's mean. It's right around 185 yards, but the green, once again, very tiny. You come up short in that deep bunker, you're bound to make a 4.
He has this putt to save his par. Just didn't drop. This is a bogey putt coming up. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's take a look at the current standings. Now at 6 over for the round. Rich, let's head to the 13th tee at Pebble Beach, shall we? And what's the decision off the tee?
Aim it right, just shy of those bunkers down the right-hand side, and you've got a mid-iron for your second shot back up the hill. Again, a green that pitches severely from back to front as well as right to left.
Playing from 110 yards out.
Wind is going straight at his back.
This one might need to set. Oh, well done. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Ooh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. For the par. And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top. As we head to the 14th, I know the 18th gets all the attention here at Pebble Beach, but this is a strong par 5.
Oh, this is a good one. I love this par 5. Just hit it just down the left-hand side. You can't reach the far bunkers down the left. Lay up with a long iron, maybe a fairway wood, but watch out. This third shot gets awfully tricky.
Rich is one of the rare players to ever tame the Tiger in a major championship. How did you manage to do it?
Taming him, that's a big stretch there. You know, I did it because I never had to play with him. I was fortunate enough to not be paired with him the third round, nor in the final round when I was paired with Justin Leonard. And going back to the comments about the roars, you know, not knowing that was him making those birdies. You assumed it was, you couldn't deny that it was, but not knowing, it was a lot easier to say, well, that was Fred Funk, who he was playing with in the final round, who was having such a great week as it was. It was easier to deflect that a little bit. I think if I would have played alongside him, I think things might have been a little bit differently, because he does bring a different energy, and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. But when you start hearing those roars going up and you're playing with him, well, you know exactly what's going on. But when you're not playing with him, I was able to kind of deflect what he was actually doing, and I was fortunate. Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Second shot here on the 15th. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though.
That was a gallant attempt. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
Oh, that's frustrating. A bogey putt awaits. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Reach the 16th, not a long par 4, but really requires some accuracy on approach.
It does. Lay up to the top of the hill, and you can look down on this green, which pitches severely from right to left. Just a wonderful short par 4.
That's a tad disappointing, isn't it? Time for the second shot at the 16th. Getting ready to play their third. How close was that to going down? And just about 8 feet left to the hole. Ooh. Putting for bogey. And it's back-to-back bogeys here. Got to turn this momentum around.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Let's head to 7, one of the most famous par 3s in all of golf, Rich.
Yes, just over 175 yards on the cart. It's a tale of 2 greens. When the pin is up front right, it's a birdie opportunity. Back left, find the green, make your 3, and sprint to the 18th tee box.
Why don't we catch up with Ricky Fowler? Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? And the players left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. That's disappointing. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
Some damage limitation. This one for a bogey.
Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Well, Rich, as we find our way to the 18th tee, few holes in golf capture the imagination more than the finishing hole here at Pebble Beach.
So much history on this hole. Aim it at the trees right in the center and hope you don't get unlucky and get underneath one of them. From there, it's going to be a layup out to the right and just a short third shot. What a wonderful, wonderful finishing hole.
Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
This is down breeze, so it's going to be tough to stop it on this green.
Well, that's a pretty good play there, Rich. Right up near the surface.
What a sensational play on this par 5 there, Luke.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
This one, guys, he's got around 9 feet.
It's got a chance. And with that putt, concludes this players' round. And as we take a look at our rivalry results, it's a big thank you to Henny for bringing us all the magic from the course today.
Thank you, Luke. The pleasure was all mine. I got to see some incredible shots and some not so good stuff, but what a day.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.